Where's my... Oh, I'm using a different cup now. Since I keep breaking glass, I'm using my tumbler now.
Oh. Wow.
It says... A girl and her dog, a bond that cannot be broken, and then it's me in the middle, and then there's Tucker, Luna, Vinny, and Artie. Pants. Huh, Stanley? Stanley, I'll etch you in. Sure. No, I won't. Not if you. He's like shredded that couch. The corner. Cut it out! You're doing it right in front of me, man! Rude! Go get your avocado. Get that damn avocado and stop ruining my belongings. It's very rude, Stanley. Luna is resting and relaxing. I don't know how comfortable she is. They took out three teeth. 3 of them. And her little tongue sticking out. I took a cup over there and put water on it a little while ago. Because all these fans are on. I don't want it drying out. I don't know which teeth they took out. I don't want to look in there and mess with it. Tomorrow she'll be okay. It's always just shitty the first day. You know? So, she's a good girl. Grandma Red is petting her. Aw. She's real cute. My little bear face. She's getting pets over there on top of the kennel, huh? Yeah? Oh, now she's gonna cry and whimper because she knows I'm talking about her. It's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put the camera on there when you don't feel good. I should have known better. You're more than just a dog. I was thinking something else. You forgive me? My sweet lady? That's a good girl. Oh, buddy. She already had her medicine. I don't like when they go in for stuff, but they're fine. They're fine. Anyway, hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoke empath. I just like having these little talks on how I feel about things. Yeah, it's kind of... I look at it as a therapy. Because nobody... I mean, I can't say that. Like, 1 or 2 people will watch, you know? But, you know, like, I don't know, the people that I talk about, they'll never see these videos. And if they do, wouldn't that be a divinely guided thing on their behalf if I came across their recommended? That'd be funny. I guess that's why I don't put anything out there that I wouldn't say to somebody's face. Yeah, it's a true story. I've always been like that. Ever since I was a little kid. So, time is going by really, really fast these days. I keep getting notifications for tornadoes, volcanoes, floods, tsunamis, earthquakes. Things are really ramping up. The energies are real ramping up. Today's supposed to be a significant day, astrologically. I just have been present in my moment. So, I mean, I've been listening to talks, but I'm not retaining a whole lot. I'm too busy being where my hands are. So, you know, it's just... It's this. There's only so many storylines of potentials and how things can go and unfold, and man, we are definitely coming to a collective point in reality right now. A lot of endings, which is pertinent, which is important. Endings are very important because you can't have new beginnings unless things end. I understood that from a very long time ago. So I wanted to do a talk. I've been wanting to do a talk called this title for a while. I just wasn't real clear on the timing of it, like when I should. And I was like, well, maybe I'll do it today, right? Now, on what they call nacho neurotypical, well, that's what I call it. I'm not I don't think like other people think. I have a very broad spectrum as far as my life experience. I'm like a cigarette. In the beginning, I'm level-headed, but once you tick me off, I get rough around the edges. I'm real big on manners and stuff like that, and when people are freaking rude, I get rude. I bully bullies. I've been bullied my whole life, so what I do is I come to a point where I ain't going to tolerate that behavior. And if somebody, and I'm not here necessarily to teach lessons, I'm here to learn lessons, you know, but I will make sure that if I encounter somebody that's being a freaking asshat, in the future, if they choose to be an asshat, that's all well and good. They won't do it with me, and they won't do it like that probably with somebody else, because I'll make them remember. I got away with words. So, see that dictionary back there? That's my dictionary. I got one of those old-timey Websters. I grew up, from the time I could read, I was looking at words and reading phone books. I didn't like reading books because I thought when I was reading books, and I hated when they made me read books in school and stuff, because it was taking away from me in my experience in my own imagination. You know, so why do you gotta make me go think about what somebody else wants me to think about? I'd rather think about what I want to think about. It's a lot more fun. And a lot of those times I spent like imagining what I wanted to be when I grew up, and you know, because like I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I always knew that I liked girls, that I thought girls were. I wasn't into hairy butts and stuff like that. Just wasn't my thing. And so it was so funny I shared my experience. I taught the vet today. We were talking about one of the vet techs had a Dolly Parton shirt, so I got to tell this story about how I got to see Dolly Parton in Omaha, and I got day tickets, and they were like up in the nosebleeds, you know, they're like $65 or something like that. They were up real, like almost, like I was looking at the back of her from the stage, and we were real high up. But then an usher came up and asked if I was by myself, and I said yeah, and then another woman was like in close proximity to me, and she was by herself. So the usher took us down, and we ended up in third row center. Dolly Parton, and I'd been a fan of Dolly since I just always thought she was an angel on this earth, you know, and stuff like that, and she was real pretty and stuff. And I remember, like, because my dad, when I was 5-6 years, 1980, that's when, like, The Best Little Whorehouse and all those movies came out. So they were on HBO and Showtime. My dad would just watch those, so I'd watch them too. And so she actually had a bow. I was dressed up, had one of my bow ties on, and she actually gave me a point and a wink and a smile. But there was never a disruption from Roku. Roku kept playing. Because I ended the video, saw that I wasn't connected to the internet. took dogs out. Too much going on, can't take Artie. Then came back, decided, okay, I'll finish up the stream. But then determined, how long was I out of internet? How long was it going? Kevman, that's funny. Let's see if anything is there. I don't even know where I started off or ended or whatever. Cause I never ended the stream on the tube. But it says it's been live for 59 minutes, but I was without internet for who knows how long of that. Technology, too much stuff is cached. You know what I mean? No, she doesn't know what I mean. But like, I've always questioned when stuff has worked when it shouldn't. I remember I was dating this girl, her name was Patty Joe, in Sacramento. We were dating, and actually it was like the end of our relationship. She moved to Indiana and had come back, and then when they came back, like, her brother died of an OD, and I mean, it was just like it was just a bunch of blah. And so, but this was back when you had to unplug the phone and then plug the computer in, dial-up modem, to use the computer. It's okay, girl. They're out there. They won't be out much longer. They don't ever do nothing in longer than 20-minute, half-hour increments. Too much work. Gotta go rest for 12 hours. Anyway, people think freaking, walking around telling people to do stuff is work, and that ain't work. That's being a boss. It's not even being any kind of a leader or anything. So, anyway, I don't even know. I don't even feel like having the same talk because I can't reiterate things I already said because I don't know where I left off, and I dared not be redundant. Redundant data, repeating data, redundancy. Oh my God, how much data is out there because... Oh my goodness. Anyway, my t-shirts are being sent tomorrow. I'm super excited. I'm sad this is the end of a chapter. The place that does them is closing. They announced yesterday that they're closing up shop after, I don't know, 20 years or so. Long time, man. She brought that thing up, and she got new machines twice, I think. So, like, she upgraded, and she's leaving it better than she found it. And I think that's an important thing to do in life, is you can leave. I like those are actually words that I like to live by, is I can leave if I can. Sometimes I'm not always in the position to. I don't always get to. I can't, but usually I like to leave things better than I find it. So just say if everybody did that, how different the world would be. But everybody's all full throttle, as you can hear in the background there. People are just full throttle. So anyway, that's why I don't do that stuff. I don't freaking... I used to have the desire to freaking, like, drive motorcycles and drive really fast and make the quickness of my insides meet the quickness of my outside roam. And I remember telling my dad I wanted to get a motorcycle, and he said, people like you get killed on motorcycles, is what he said to me. He's been in he has an upside down green 7 on his face from a motorcycle accident he was in. And then my sister died of a motorcycle accident. I just think that is just really weird that he said that, and then his daughter died in a motorcycle accident, and it wasn't me. Life has just kind of a trippy way of that. So, anyway, maybe I'll get on tomorrow morning and after I make cookies and do a talk, since this one didn't go so well. But, it could be worse. Lots of worse things could happen in the world, huh, Ma? I think a lot of people are having much worse experiences than a disrupted video. Anyway, so, alright, that's about all I got for now. I hope you have a rad day. Peace.